Hey guys, welcome back. This is Mrs. Pickett. I've got another video for you all about comparing fractions. But instead of using our strategy of drawing a picture, we are actually going to use some multiplication to help us. This is a pretty cool strategy. I really like it. So hopefully you enjoy what you're about to learn. So as you guys remember from our last video, when we compare fractions, we learned how to draw pictures. So if I had the two fractions 3/6 and 1/4, we would draw ourselves two fraction bars and we would compare. We'd put 3/6 and 1/4. So we split our pieces up and then we'd shade. So here I had 3/6 and here I have 1/4. And so this picture is showing that 3/6 is greater than 1/4, and so I would put a greater than symbol here. And then I would read that as 3/6 is greater than 1/4. That's the way that I've showed you before. Now I'm going to show you how to use multiplication to help you do the exact same thing. So let's go ahead and use those same two problems, 3/6 and 1/4, to show you how this is going to work. So I like to call this method the butterfly method. Let's see if I can spell butterfly. Because when we're done, it kind of looks like a butterfly. Okay? So what we do is you take your numerator in your first fraction and your denominator in your bottom fraction, or your second fraction, excuse me, and you multiply. So you have three groups of 4, which equals 3 groups of 4 equals 12. So I'm going to put a 12 under here. And then you're going to take your denominator over here and your numerator over here and multiply 6 groups of 1. And 6 groups of 1 is 6. So once you see the 12 and the 6, you know that 12 is greater than 6. So we get the same answer. 3/6 as a fraction is greater than 1/4 because 12 is greater than 6. Let's do another one. Okay, so if we're going to use the butterfly method again, we're trying to figure out who's greater, 5/8 or 7/10. So I'm going to take my numerator in my first, my denominator in my second, and I'm going to multiply 5 groups of 10, which is 50. You'll notice I always put my first butterfly piece underneath my first fraction. Then you're going to multiply your denominator and your numerator, 8 groups of 7, which is 56. Who's greater, 50 or 56? Hopefully you said 56. 50 is less than 56. So 5/8 is less than 7/10. Hopefully you can see why I call it a butterfly, because it looks kind of like you're making your wings of your butterfly, and your butterfly little guy is right here in the middle. So that's why I call this the butterfly method. So let's break this down into steps. Step 1, you need to write your fractions. Step 2, multiply your numerator in your first by the denominator in your second. And remember, after you multiply your numerator in your first by your denominator in your second, to write that number right below your first fraction. Step 3, you're going to multiply your denominator in your second, in your first by the numerator in your second. And then again, write that answer right underneath your second fraction. Then you compare. Those are your steps to solve. I'm going to give you 2 or 3 problems to try on your own, and then you can check your answers. I really would love for you to try to use the butterfly strategy today. We will continue to practice this in class, and then if you are still having trouble, we can always consider going back to drawing them out. Remember, this is just another strategy to help you to find the right answer. Okay, here are your problems. Go ahead and solve, compare those 2 fractions. So you're going to give me a greater than, less than, or equal to symbol. All right, go ahead and check those answers, and make sure that while you are going to compare your numbers down here, you also want to write your comparison symbol up there in the actual fraction, so you do actually answer the question. That's all we have for today. Thank you guys for watching, and here is your joke. All right, so what musical instrument is found in the bathroom? See you guys soon.